It's Friday, June 9, and this is your Barbados Today Evening Update. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. We continue tracking developments at original carrier LIAT. Officials at the island hopper are denying claims that they have abandoned pilots as protest action continued for a third straight day. The pilots are off the job in protest of the airline's failure to honor a salary package agreed to in January. At a meeting involving LIAT management and the Leeward Islands Airline Pilots Association yesterday, the pilots union rejected a new proposal to make retroactive payments dating back to 2013 in 3 installments starting from December. LIAT says it's working towards resolving the current impasse that has resulted in cancellations and delays of several of its flights since Wednesday. The airline's management is also anxiously hoping that the industrial court in Antigua and Barbuda will hear its injunction to get pilots back in the cockpits of the ATR planes. That application was filed in court yesterday. Now, when Barbados Today visited the Grantley Adams International Airport this evening to find out whether any flights in and out of Barbados were affected, LIAT staff there declined to speak and instead directed us to the public relations desk in Antigua. Meantime, an international airline expert believes LIAT's shareholder governments should intervene to bring an end to what he believes is a potentially devastating strike. Denver-based airline consultant Tom Bacon says a strike could be a very bad thing, not only for travelers, but also for the region. Speaking to Barbados Today at Caribbean Week in New York, Bacon suggested that Caribbean governments take a page from the book of former U.S. President Bill Clinton, who in 1997 intervened to end a strike by American Airlines pilots. The former AA employee said although only one type of aircraft was at the center of the LIAT conflict, the strike still had the potential to have a significant impact on regional travel, and he's called on both sides to find common ground, even while stating that pilots must be made to feel that they're getting a fair deal. In other news, this Friday, she was soundly beaten on the last 3 occasions when she dared to take on the ruling Democratic Labour Party's Dr. David Estwick in the St. Philip West constituency. However, based on current sentiments being expressed by some of those same constituents, Lynette Isman, who has since quit the opposition Barbados Labour Party and recently formed her own political party, the United Progressive Party, could be in with more than a fighting chance this time around, that if she is not too afraid of being caught between the veteran politician and the untested BLP newcomer, John King. This is the pulse of the people.
Who are for the BLP? I mean, just to vote for. I'm not voting this time. And anyway, if none of them isn't known, just going there very small like me, and just get bit by it.
Well, I don't know for sure, but all I can tell you is I'm just thankful that I'm not in Venezuela, okay, because regardless of what our issues are, concerns are, we still have a lot to be thankful for. And I haven't made up my mind one way or another. I haven't even thought about it.
In between, I just vote, tell the truth, in between. When the spirit, that was the spirit hit me last election, it tell me don't go, and I did not go. And if it come this election, it tell me don't go, I ain't going to need it, you know. I just do what the spirit tell me. I ain't know about nobody else, but what my spirit telling me, don't, I don't. I'm at last election, and I got to tell nobody, like, all right. And I was off from work that day. I ain't left the house.
I was very okay, say you vote for this party that ain't see what's going on now. The other party going now, saying I thought maybe same thing or something even worse or something totally different what happened. You don't see what you're really looking for or anything like that. So like they're wrong in circles.
Who would they want to represent me? As usual, ladies, the ladies, as I said, I'm a dentist, right? I'm a dentist, right? So,
yeah, that's right.
Right,
that's
so you know where I stand, right?
Well, this government playing fool. I ain't get back my income tax now there 2 years, and
the oldest person ever to receive their first girlfriend.
I ain't get a raise of pay in how long. So I won't vote for nobody.
Girl grows a tail and I feel she's a mermaid.
And plus, my daughter in the grave by the doctor's hand, giving her the wrong medication. So I'm not interested in nothing.
Now be sure to watch the full edition of the Pulse of the People on our Facebook page this weekend. Parents are being urged not to ignore negative reports pertaining to their children. The plea from the Deputy Chief Probation Officer, Angela Odell, who is not at all happy about increasing reports of deviant behaviors at the island schools. Speaking to Barbados today as the Probation Department hosted its open day, Odell says parents must take greater responsibility in order to reverse the negative behaviors among the nation's youth.
We feel at this department that parents have to play a greater role. We feel that the behaviors that are being worked on and being corrected in the schools must be reinforced at home. So it makes no sense trying to instill discipline to children at school, and when they get home, it's a different story. There's no reinforcement. I think that's a problem. Parents have to take up a greater responsibility. They have to be conscious and aware that their responsibility is greater.
Ms. Odell says stakeholders must also work together in order to tackle the situation.
So there will be no doubt in the young people's mind, right? When there is doubt as far as discipline is concerned, is where you get the manipulation, man. Manipulation of the environment, because you could get there, this here, at point A, at point B, I got to be on my best behavior. And that way, explain why some parents will say, my child, no, not my child. Because the child have learned to manipulate environments.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who call and get your yams and potatoes? Wait, my girl, how you want to see you for long?
I can't. How you keeping? But you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper is selling. This must know I stop selling that. Look, one time I would have make a little dollar on the Sunday sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you know you can't call that the Sunday sun no more. You gotta call that Sunset News. Cause at no time that news stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read, and the price keep going up all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she does read Barbados today online for free. I can't take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, if pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
Oh, 75 cents a pound.
But that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me...
How much you want?
A pound.
Only a pound? Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To news from the region, we head to the Bahamas, where the new Free National Movement government is promising to correct what it says are many wrongs committed by the former government. The Minister of State for Public Service, Parental, told the Parliament during the budget debate that these wrongs plunged the economy further into debt.
Public service, in salaries alone, ballooned by $10 million between December 2016 and May of this year. $10 million, not per month, $10 million in salary. New employment. New employment. Indeed, the public service has ballooned by 6,500 new employees during the watch of the previous administration. We've been saddled with the engagement and re-engagement of too many pensioners with skills that are already resident in the public service. And they're given salaries that are substantially higher than members in the public service.
Now, along with massive hirings, Minister Roll also charged that there was loopholes in policies and laws coupled with unrestrained leasing of buildings for government agencies.
That report from Janine Noel Ferguson of ZNS News. And finally, on the international front, U.S. President Donald Trump says he is willing to testify under oath about his conversations with James Comey. His comment comes on the heels of a bombshell testimony before the Senate by the fired FBI director.
Mr. President, I want to get back to James Comey's testimony. You suggested he didn't tell the truth in everything he said. He did say under oath that you told him to let the Flynn, or you said you hoped the Flynn investigation he could
I didn't say that.
So he lied about that.
Well, I didn't say that. I mean, I will tell you, I didn't say that.
And did he ask you to pledge his
And there'd be
loyalty?
nothing wrong if I did say it, according to everybody that I've read today, but I did not say that.
And did he ask for a pledge of loyalty from you? That's another thing he said.
No, he did not.
So he said those things under oath. Would you be willing to speak under oath to give your version of those events?
100%. I didn't say under oath. I hardly know the man. I'm not going to say, I want you to pledge allegiance. Who would do that? Who would ask a man to pledge allegiance under oath? I mean, think of it. I hardly know the man. It doesn't make sense. No, I didn't say that, and I didn't say the other.
So if Robert Mueller wanted to speak with you about that,
I would be glad to tell him exactly what I just told you, Joe.
And you seem to be hinting that there are recordings of those conversations.
I'm not hinting anything.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also tune in to Mix 96.9 FM for the very latest. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Have a great weekend.